Growing up, I always found myself outside in nature, appreciating its beauty, in particular trees. I guess that gave me an affinity for wood. I grew up in Seattle and spent a lot of time in nature there, and I've taught for the last 30 years in Maine. There are different trees here in Maine. And when I moved to Maine, I at first was a carpenter. I built houses. Then I started working from roughing out houses to more fine wood, stairs, inside and out. After which I started thinking more about fine woods in an artistic sense. The materials that were left over. For example, Maine has a variety of wood left from carpentries. Cherry, maple, oak. I had a passion for hard woods, and I would collect these rough old pieces, sand them down, and put them together with glue in a variety of ways. Wood is living, and from wood you just feel its power, its longevity, and it gives you a sense of nature. Always had a fascination with wood. I started out making mostly cheese boards, cutting boards, the like, just putting them together and cutting off the edges, sanding them down, and always saving the leftover pieces. And one day I remember looking at those leftover pieces and thinking, what can I do with these? There's such a wide variety of colors and textures. Wood is never the same. And I'd start picking out colors that were in contrast to one another and putting them together. A long time ago, I would make cookbook stands for the kitchen. But now, of course, nobody's using a cookbook. You're using your tablets and iPads. So I started making a stand that looks similar to this. You could put your pad right on there. And you see the variety of colors and woods that I'm using. And they're all in their natural state. I'm not pigmenting or dyeing any of them. Gluing them together, a lot of sanding, a lot of elbow grease, some power tools, and then refining the cut, the edges, the surface, the glare, and playing, really playing with the piece. Some would call it art, maybe some would call it a craft, a skills craft. That's something you would sell in a craft store, but really the art is what your heart brings to it, the finessing of that craft, where you put your experience in the piece. Again, working with wood for this piece, different colors, contrast, textures, a variety. And for this one, I thought to add a mirror, glass. I like working with stones and rocks as well. But for this one, as an instructor for the past 30 years, I know that in order to give to my students, my priority is for self-care first. If I know and love and care about myself, then I have the energy to give. And I tell people that too. So that's why I thought, here's the mirror with the I love you sign. Love yourself first.